lines for the purpose of delivering $250,000 in gold to the French underground. The 5 men were, of course, your husband, Charles, the 3 men who showed up at his funeral yesterday, and Carson Dial. But instead of delivering the gold, they stole it.
How?
By burying it, then reporting the Germans had captured it. All they had to do was come back after the war, dig it up, and split it 5 ways. $250,000 with no questions asked.
May I have a cigarette, please? I can't stand those things. It's like drinking coffee through a veil.
Everything went smoothly enough until after the gold was buried. Then before they could get out, they were ambushed by a German patrol. A machine gun separated Scobie from his right hand and caught Carson Dial full in the stomach. What's wrong with that one?
Nothing, I guess. What happened then?
Have you any idea what these things cost over
Please
here?
go on, Mr. Bartholomew. What happened then?
Carson Dial was dead, but Scobie was able to travel. Where was I?
Carson Dial was dead.
Yes, Carson Dial was dead. The others finally got back to the base and waited for the war to end. Only Charles couldn't wait quite as long as the others. He beat them back to the goal, took everything for himself, and disappeared. It's taken Gideon, Tex, and Scobie all this time to catch up with him again.
But if they stole all that money, why can't you arrest them?
We know what happened from the bits and pieces we were able to paste together. But we still have no proof.
But what's this got to do with the CIO?
CIA, Mrs. Lappin. It's an extension of the wartime OSS. It's our money and we want it back.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bartholomew, but nothing you've said has changed my mind. I'm leaving Paris tonight.
Wouldn't advise that, Mrs. Lappin. Better consider what happened to your husband when he tried to leave. Those men won't be very far away no matter where you go. In fact, I don't even see any point in your changing hotels. Now, please help us, Mrs. Lappin. Your government is counting on you.
Well, I suppose if I'm going to die, I might as well do it for my country.
That's the spirit. Here's what I want you to do. We're anxious to know who this man is, the one calling himself Dial. I want you to find out.
Why me?
You're in an ideal position. He trusts you. Besides, you yourself said women make the best spies.
Agents. What are you doing following me? It's going to look like a parade. Stop it! How are you? How nice to see you. When did you arrive? It's a lovely town to stay. Are you having a good time? So many things to see.
Line.
If you don't stop following me, I'll call the police. Taxi!
Dial, please. D-Y-L-E.
Yes, Mr. Dial, I remember. No, I'm sorry, Mr. Dial. Nothing today.
Thank you.
Mr. Dial, please. You're wanted on the telephone. Mr. Dial, cabin 4. Mr. Dial, cabin 4, please.
Yes?
Good morning, Mr. Dial.
Reggie?
It's the only name I've got. How about you?
I know cat and mouse. You've got me. What do you want to know?
Why you lied to me?
I had to. For all I knew, you were in on the whole thing.
I'm trying to find out who you are.
But you know my name. It's Dial.
Carson Dial is dead.
Yes, he is. He was my brother.
Your brother?
The Army thinks he was killed in action by the Germans. But I think they did it. Tex, Gideon, Scobie, and your husband. Because my brother wouldn't go along with their scheme to steal the gold. I think he threatened to turn them in, and they killed him, and I'm trying to prove it. They think I'm working with them, but I'm not, Reggie. I'm on your side. Just believe that.
How can I? You lied to me just the way Charles did, after promising you wouldn't. Oh, I want to believe you, Peter. Oh, I can't call you that anymore, can I? Take me a while to get used to your new name. What is it? Hello?
Do anything funny or try to talk to anyone, I'll kill you, Dial.
You'll wreck your raincoat.
Take the next car, please.
Look out. Didn't want you to bump your head.
All right, get in there. All right, turn around. Now sit down.
Now what?
We wait with our mouth shut.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Okay, up there.
Do I knock or something?
Now open it. And keep right on going.
The view had better be worth it. Very pretty. Now what? I was afraid of that.
A
give you a chance, Dial. Which is more than you'd give me. Where's the money?
Is that why you dragged me all the way up here to ask me that? She has it.
And I say maybe you both have it. One more time, Dial. Where is it?
Supposing I had it, which I don't, do you really think I'd just hand it over to you?
Step back.
Back where?
That's the idea.
No, just a minute. Take it easy. Hammond! What?
How you doing?
How do you think? If you get bored, try writing Love Thy Neighbor 100 times on the side of the building.
Monsieur, next time, please. Use the keyhole.
Is that you?
Yeah,
You gonna open up?
sure. Wait a minute.
Don't you know it's impolite to leave someone holding the phone? What happened?
Oh, I met a man with sharp nails.
Scobie?
I left him hanging around the American Express.
Come in. I've got something that stings like crazy.
Now, you're the kind of girl that'd have something like that.
Sit down.
Hey, wait a minute. What is this stuff?
Marvelous stuff. It's gonna hurt you much more than it's gonna hurt me.
Oh, Beth. Oh. Did you hear something rip?
No?
Oh, that's odd. Listen, I only came in for an estimate.
Sit still. It's not too bad.
Oh.
You won't be able to lie on your back for a few days. But then you can lie from any position, can't you?
Oh.
Does it hurt?
What?
Does it hurt?
Oh, are you kidding? Have you got a bullet I could bite like they do in the movies?
Are you really Carson Dial's brother?
Now, would you like to see my passport?
Passport? What kind of a proof is that?
Would you like to see where I was tattooed?
Yes.
All right, we'll drive around that way.
Could at least tell me what your first name is these days.
Alexander.
Okay, Alexander. You're done.
Good.
You're a new man.
I'm sorry the old one couldn't tell you the truth. But I had to find out your part in all this.
Is there a Mrs. Dial?
But we're divorced.
I thought that was Peter Joshua.
I'm just as difficult to live with as he was.
Alex, how can you tell if anyone's lying or not?
You can't.
There must be some way.
No, there's no riddle about two tribes of Indians. The white feet always tell the truth and the black feet always lie. So one day you meet an Indian. You say, hey, Indian, what are you, a truthful Whitefoot or a lying Blackfoot? He says, I'm a truthful Whitefoot. But which is he?
Well, why couldn't you just look at his feet?
Because he's wearing moccasins.
Well, then he's a truthful Whitefoot, of course.
Well, why not a lying Blackfoot?
Which one are you?
A truthful Whitefoot.
Come in. Sit down.
Right, you want to look at my feet?
Yes.
Oh, hey, knock it off. Now, come on, Reggie, listen to me.
Oh, here it comes, the fatherly talk. You forget I'm already a widow.
So was Juliet at 15.
But I'm not 15.
Well, that's the trouble. You're too old for me.
Can't you be serious?
Oh, you just said an honorable word.
What did I say?
Serious. When a man gets to be my age, that's the last word he ever wants to hear. I don't want to be serious. And I especially don't want you to be.
Okay, we'll just sit around all day long being frivolous. How about that?
Reggie, cut it out. Well, now what are you doing?
Cutting it out.
Who told you to do that?
You did.
Oh, I'm not through complaining yet. Now, cut it out.
Alex, I think I love you.
Hey, the telephone's ringing.
Never mind. Whoever it is won't give up.
Yeah.
And neither will I.
Just a minute here. Come on, take it.
Hello. I'm sorry, I was just, nibbling on something.
Say, I'd appreciate it mighty highly if you'd wiggle on over to room 46 and chew the fat for a spell.
Could you give me one good reason why I should?
Yeah. A little one, about 6 or 7. Keeps calling for Aunt Reggie. Ain't that cute?
They've got Jean-Louis. I'll be right there.
Hey, Tex, do something with this kid, will you? My whole leg's going to sleep. Sit easy.
Are you a real cowboy?
Yeah, sure am, kid.
So where's your gun?
Will you put that thing away?
Got him, Miss Lampert. Oh, who invited him?
Well, Herman, see you had a happy landing.
I must call Sylvie right away.
afraid that'll have to wait, Mrs. Lampert.
It's his mother.
She won't be anybody's mother unless you answer some questions.
This ain't no game, Miss Lambert.
I want that money now. Why don't you keep quiet and stop threatening the child? He hasn't got the money, and neither has Mrs. Lampert.
Then who does?
I don't know, Herman. Maybe you do.
Me.
Or you. Or him.
Why, that's the most ridiculous thing I...
Listen to this man. Man's going loco.
Now, hold it. Suppose one of you found Charles here in Paris. Even bumped into him by accident. Followed him when he tried to run out again. Cornered him on the train. Threw him out the window, and without bothering to tell the other two, took all the money for yourself.
If one of us did that, he wouldn't hang around here waiting for the other two to figure it out.
But he'd have to, don't you see? If he left, he'd be admitting his guilt. Whoever it is has to wait here, pretending to look for the money, waiting for the rest of us to give up and go home.
He's just trying to throw us off. They got it, I tell you. Why don't we search their rooms?
That's all right with us.
Well, then what are we wasting time for? Let's go.
While we're waiting, we'll search yours.
Not my room.
Well, Herman, you have something to hide? Then there are no objections. All right, here's my key.
I'll take that.
My room's open.
Hey, wait a minute.
Now, you two just make yourselves to home here.
Well, let's get busy. Come on, Jean-Louis. Come on. Oh, that's fine. Who gets your vote?
Scobie, he's the one who objected.
All right. I'll take Tex's room here and Gideon's. You take Jean-Louis with you and bolt the door from inside.
Come on, Jean-Louis, we'll have a treasure hunt, okay?
Come on.
Man, it's Charlie stuff.
Looks like it.
Think we ought to call Herman?
What for? If it's not here, why bother him?
And if it is?
Why bother him?
Sure there's nothing missing.
No, everything's here. The police have kindly provided us with a list.
Sure ain't nothing here worth no $250,000.
Not unless we're blind. I keep telling myself we've stolen a great deal of money, but up to now, I've yet to see a penny of it.
You think maybe we're fishing up the wrong stream?
Meaning what?
Suppose one of us has it, like the man says. Now, that'd be mighty distasteful, us being veterans of the same war and all.
Well, you know I'd tell you if I had it.
Oh, naturally, just like I'd tell you if I had it.
Naturally. And that goes for Herman, too.
Naturally.
He's all right, Sylvie, honestly. Just hurry over as soon as you can. Okay, goodbye. Now, if you had a treasure, where would you hide it?
I would bury it in the garden.
Well, swell, but this man doesn't have a garden.
Oh, neither do I.
You don't? Well, if you had to hide it in this room, where would you put it?
Up there.
On top of that cupboard? You know something? You may be right. Oh, I hope I don't find any hairy little things living up here. Hey, there is something. It's heavy.
I found it, I found it, I found it, I found it.
If you think you're getting credit for this, you're crazy.
We won, we won, we won. We found it, we found it.
Did you find it?
No.
What do you mean, no?
Yeah, the kid was yelling there.
Up there, it's up there.
Believe me, there's nothing up there.
Yeah? Freeholders of Herman spare.
Where is he?
He's over in my room. You'd better take the boy out in the hall.
Oh, now who would have done a mean thing like that?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, this ain't my room.
Mine neither.